You ready? You're not even clicking, but that's all right.
I'm not, because everything's in my bag.
Everything's in your bag as it should.
I could do one later.
That's we're gonna be close.
Yeah,
that's true. That's
a
good idea. Okay, ready? Click, click. Hello everyone, this is Take from bigheadtaco.com, and I am here in the mezzanine section of my mother-in-law's apartment in Toguawan. And next to me here I have Ryan from Arcade Original. Thank you, Ryan, for coming with me to Hong Kong. And thank you for agreeing to do this video.
It's been awesome.
Has it been awesome?
It's been fantastic. Come on,
yeah.
It's been fantastic.
And you say it like it's in the past tense. We still have a few more videos to shoot.
We do.
But we are wrapping up, and we did peak last night.
Yes, because we shot Michael Kenna. The event yesterday was fantastic.
I think so.
Got a chance to interview him. We have all that in the can.
Yes.
And we just need to get to cutting, get to editing.
And that's actually a huge part for you.
It's what I do, yes.
Because I mean, let's just, minus the fact of the preparation and getting there and setting up, the actual shoot, you know, it was like 25 minutes total.
Yeah.
But then now, is there like a ratio you use, like per minute? Actually, you can't really do that, can you? Because sometimes a 30-second commercial could take days, and a 20-minute documentary could take hours. So
yeah, it depends on the content, right? And it depends how carefully you prepare for it as well too. If it's something very specific, then it's probably scripted out.
Yes.
It's very storyboarded out as well too.
Are you knocking me?
No. I'm just saying.
I'm kidding. I don't do any of that stuff.
No, I'm just saying on different levels.
Yes,
the way that I typically shoot as well too is like, because I edit my work as well too. Sometimes the story will come out of the edit.
Oh yes, of course.
As opposed to doing it prior.
Yes,
to shooting.
Yes. And actually, that takes quite a bit of talent. And I've seen you do it with some of my videos, in that I saw it a certain way while we were shooting it, and I produced the videos. But then when it comes to the editing, which usually the producer does still have a hand in, I've kind of left it up to you, because I say I trust what you do, because you do this for a living. And the videos, I mean, that's why they have those premieres when they have movie stars in movies, and you think, weren't you in the movie? Did you know how it was being shot? Yeah. Because it's not being shot sequentially, and there's stuff being cut, and there's scenes that the main actor is not part of. Right. So often the actor doesn't really know how the story will go. Yeah.
They may see a rough cut of it before the premiere, but a lot of times they haven't seen it. You haven't seen it,
You know what? We could talk like this for a very long time, because what you do is really fun, and you'll see more of Ryan in a couple more videos, but as well, maybe I will do a feature on you and what you do. Yeah. You'll be my first videographer and editor on my show. Cool. But you have been behind the scenes with the Layla Likes video, the George Yonakos Revolver Coffee, and then most of the stuff that we shot here in Hong Kong. So you already have seen quite a bit of Ryan's work if you follow my channel. But this is going to be part of my What's in Your Bag series, and I haven't done it in a while. The last person I did it with, I think, was John Lehman in Hong Kong last year on a Ferris wheel. Now we're here in Toguawan, less glamorous, but we like the lighting in here. Yeah. And I like this orange seat. Yeah. And so let's, so I'm going to get out of the way here. Okay. And maybe you can explain to us what your kit is and sort of the circumstances surrounding this trip. Right. Because obviously, depending on what you're shooting, you'll pick different equipment. Yes. So let's talk about, or you explain to the audience once I leave the shot here, why you pick certain things, what camera bag you're using, why you chose certain things. Right. And then I'll come back at the end. All right. So I'm gone, and then to you, Ryan. Okay. Yeah, we're rolling? We're rolling. Here we go. Where to start? Okay, so I am a videographer, of course, and I was very excited when Take invited me to come with him to Hong Kong and shoot Monogrammed Asia and a whole bunch of other projects. And one thing that we discussed already beforehand was that we were going to travel as light as possible. That's no problem for me, because I don't like carrying a lot of stuff anyway when I shoot. And I have different kits. I have like a Canon kit with L lenses and Zeiss glass and all that stuff, but I also shoot on Micro Four Thirds now, which is a GH4. But I'll show you all that stuff as well too. So yeah, so to begin with, I like bags. I have different bags. I normally use a Pelican, just a rolling Pelican, because
It fits everything that I need it to fit in, and you can bring it on as carry-on luggage, but that wasn't an option for this trip. So I went with the Billingham 335, which is this guy right here, and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of pockets in it, and it seems to fit everything that I need in it. The Billingham is great. There's feet underneath. It's all leather lined. It's all waterproof, so it's no problem for me, and it looks good as well too. So I like traveling with it. I guess we'll just get into the main compartment. There's this main zip right here, and we'll start with the body. So I have a GH4, and it's a small, great camera to use. It shoots 4K as well too, and there's a lot of really nice things about it, like peaking and audio meters, as well as a headphone jack. And I really like shooting with it. The articulating LCD screen is fantastic. I can shoot down like this and be really discreet about it. And this is what I like to shoot with nowadays. And for glass, I brought 2 lenses with me. I brought, this is a Panasonic, I guess, Panasonic Leica Nocticron, I guess they call it. It's a 42.5, basically like 85 equivalent in full frame terms. It's an f1.2, and it's built like a tank. Hard stop for aperture. The focusing is very smooth. Of course, it almost feels like Zeiss, to be honest, like the old Zeiss before the Otis stuff. The metal Zeiss lenses that I have on the Canon. But so this is one lens that I brought with me for telephoto, and the other lens that I brought with me is this little, again, Panasonic Leica Summilux, they call it. It's a 15-1.7, I believe it is. Metal hood, hard clicks for aperture, and again, the focusing is really nice on it as well too. So these are the only lenses I brought with me. I just brought one telephoto and one wide-ish lens, and that's it for glass. I'll just leave this right here. This guy right here. I guess next up was audio. So I brought a little Sennheiser MKE300. Carries 2 AA batteries. It's a good mic. It's fine. It's very small. The one thing that I'm not that fond of is it doesn't show you battery life. All it does is it shows you if it's ready to work. You hit the on switch and there's a red light that turns on, and that just means that you're ready to shoot with it. But in terms of compact size and discreteness, it's fantastic. It's really small. It's smaller than the Rode mic, but it's also a very good mic as well too. Along with the Rode. The Rode is actually very good as well too. But I do like the Sennheiser. It just mounts on top, just like this. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but might as well while we're shooting right here. Okay, that's it. This is my setup right here. Mini shotgun mic, 2 glass, and a small body. So I guess if we're talking about audio still, I do also have a Zoom H4n, which we used as a backup for the interview that we did with Michael Kenna. Again, it's super reliable. I use this for all my interviews, for dialogue. I'll even have an audio guy come in, and we'll use this as well too. It's really good quality. It's fantastic quality. Oh. As gear falls in the back, this is the $30 monopod I bought from Carousel Camera on a whim. It's from Manfrotto. It's called, I think, the Compact series. It does fold down really small. It goes in here when I'm walking around with it. It also goes in my travel luggage really easily as well too. The extension on it is okay. It goes to, I don't know how far you're going to get away from me, Taka. You don't have to, but there's actually another step as well too, but it's so flimsy, it might as well be a toothpick. But this was good for sort of long extended portions of interviews that we did where I didn't have a tripod with me. Moving on, media. I have this little low pro case that came with me. I have like 12 32 gig SANDISK SD cards, and the way that I work is like as soon as it's shot, I just turn it around and throw it in the case. So I've pretty much shot with almost 12, well 10 so far. I have another 2 that I might shoot for the rest of the day today. But all the SD cards are here, and once they're shot with, I don't erase them. I leave all the media on here, and it's kind of like it sits there until it's ready to be deleted. I also brought my laptop as well as this LACIE Thunderbolt 4 terabyte drive. It's really fast, and all the media goes on here. I think we shot with almost, probably 350 gigs. They'll obviously all fit on this drive, but all my projects are on here as well too anyway, because it's a pretty reliable drive, and it's all self-contained as well too, which is great. Fast and reliable. Let's go here. What else do I have in here? Rocket blower. It's like clean Taka's lens right there. Some batteries. I brought 4 batteries with me. The GH4, the batteries on the GH4 are fantastic. I rarely had to change it. Like I probably was able to shoot an entire day with a single GH4 battery and not have to change it at all. So it was overkill, but I just like being prepared. So that's what I have with me. Here, an oversized. What would you call this, Take? USB battery charger, external battery.
Pack.
Yeah, it's completely overkill. I used this when I traveled with my family last year, but then again we had like 3 phones with us, we had an iPad and all that stuff. But this was good for some emergency situations where we really needed to recharge. Sony RX100 Mark III, flip up screen, as well as, oops, EVF as well too. This is my go-to camera when I'm just walking around the city and I don't want to bring a big camera around with me. I actually prefer this over, I mean I have an X100S as well too, but the battery on this is fantastic. It always nails focus. The Wi-Fi is perfect. It's so fast. It saves the RAW on your SD card and sends the JPEG to your phone so you can share it. It's really a great camera, especially if you're shooting low, like you have kids and you want to shoot at waist level. It's fantastic. I know more people that have bought this than, well, I've convinced more people to buy this than most other gear that I actually own. And I guess the last thing that I have in here is, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ta-da! GoPro Hero Session. And you know what? Like, this camera was purchased on a whim. It was like 300 bucks or something like that. I wanted something that was small, that I could really just pull it out very easily and just shoot quickly with it. Yeah, there's 2 buttons on it. There's one to shoot, and there's another for menu. Use this button to cycle through menus, but the quality's okay. I mean, you can probably see the other reviews online as well too. The quality's okay. The value is probably better with a GoPro Hero Black, but I just like this size, man. It's, you know, I'm shooting with the GH4 already. This doesn't have to be perfect video, so I really like shooting this. all self-contained. I put a 64 gig card in here. It's 5 hours. It's waterproof, and it's very reliable. It's been really good so far. So you'll probably see more of the footage of this camera in other videos that Taka and I shot throughout this period as well. And that's pretty much it.
All right, Ryan. Whoa. I was using this. You could tell my lack of mad skills when it comes to videography because I don't know if I was even on focus. If not, I apologize.
It's probably.
And also, if I was a DP or videographer, I would know to have left the camera tripod exactly where I framed it when we started, so that when we finish, it'd be in the exact same spot, but it's not.
Right.
And then I didn't think ahead of time of when you spread this out, where would I stand? So
why don't I start? I'm going to start putting this stuff back.
When you start putting it back, and as you do, maybe I'll comment on some of the stuff. So just start grabbing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you and I did talk about lens choice. That's probably the biggest thing, even for photographers. What lenses to bring?
Of course.
Clearly, you felt limited by what you brought. Meaning, of course, if we can afford the weight, and let's just say you can afford to have an assistant that would carry your stuff, you would have a bigger tripod, a better monopod, maybe an extra lens. We talked about actually quite extensively about using a wireless system, but we realized with run and gun, and we didn't know if we would have 1 or 2 or 3 guests, you would add an extra maybe 15-20 minutes to our work. As well as recording externally. It's great that we used it for the Michael Cannon event, but it was the only event we used it for. And it seemed like, wow, for one video, why are we bringing that one unit? But I mean, that's why we were hired to fly out to Hong Kong. Monogram Asia hired us to come out here, so we wanted no mistakes. So that was kind of an overkill shoot, because I had my Rode VideoMic recording audio. You had your shotgun mic, and we had a third. So if any one of them went kaput, we still have at least 2 backups to everything audio-wise.
And you know what? That's not a bad thing. Like when I shoot as well too, when there's dialogue involved, I will normally hire an audio guy if I can. If we can, then we hire someone. If it's in the budget. If I'm just shooting myself, then I will go all out. Of course. To cover as much as possible, because audio is super important. Audio is super, super, super important.
I mean, in terms of what you and I did, okay, so I'm going to do what's in my bag later, but I think for us to be able to produce, like as a team, maybe we produce about 10 videos. I'm going to produce maybe 6, 7, 8, or 9 of my own videos, plus my vlogs. And then Monogram Asia, we had that one main event. I mean, we were on a skeleton budget as well as a skeleton equipment thing. Because I mean, the setup, what did we have, 2 minutes to set up?
Yeah, we didn't have too long to set up.
2 minutes. I mean, it was book signing, and then they're like, bang, you have 20 minutes. We couldn't do audio tests. We couldn't really do framing tests for very long. I mean, we set up the tripod, and then people were still wanting pictures of them, so we had to move the tripod, move it back. So
there were some limitations.
It
wasn't ideal, but I think it'll be good in the end.
Well, you're an easygoing guy, as you can probably tell. I'm kind of like, so I was probably more hyper than you, and actually you relaxed me in your quiet confidence. Maybe you weren't as confident as you appeared, but you made me feel more relaxed, because you're just like, talking about the shot, don't worry, don't worry.
Well, the theme was meditation.
That's true.
Of his talk, right? Of Michael Cannon's talk. It was
thoughtfulness, calmness, reflecting. And that's what we were shooting. But I was stressed, actually. But that's good though. It's good that you and I aren't exactly the same. It's good that
we balance each other out.
I think so, because I'm wired and you're calm, and then maybe we bring each other to the middle. But you know, I'm happy. It's funny though, is that really you have less equipment than me.
Well, you were shooting with a lot more stuff.
Yes, of course. I was shooting film, I was shooting digital, I was doing my vlog. I'm testing the X-T2, which we're shooting this on with the booster grip. And of course. But even still, you kept your kit very small.
I did. I mean, like, if I were to change anything, I may have brought one more lens and maybe another body. Actually, I would have considered, because it would have been nice to shoot with one wide and one telephoto.
So maybe a G7, maybe not 2 GH4s, but...
Well, I'm thinking maybe a GH4. when
Yeah.
it comes out, because they're
That's
talking
true.
about that. Because I normally like to have 2 bodies on my sheet as well too. But yeah. In terms of gear, I think that you know, if I can go through a shoot and use everything that I've packed within reason, then
The space now.
then that's always a success for me. Like if I
Yes.
can, it's like a chef and go, oh, like I use all the ingredients just right.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how I spec'd out, you know, the gear for this trip as well. I used all the SD cards, calculated the hard drive space. I know that I needed at least 2 lenses. Well, to back up a little bit, I like shooting on primes only, and that's just how I like to work. So.
But a 30-85, that's quite
fine.
Quite ballsy, you know,
Yeah.
to commit. Because if you said the other lens, you would have gone a little bit wider.
I would have, yes.
Yes.
That new Panasonic Sumalex that just dropped. It's like a
The 12.
Yeah, the 12, which is a 24 equivalent.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to have, you know, for some architecture, some landscape stuff. But this is fine. You know,
I think you did a great job.
Yeah, it was good. So again, like, you know, since I shoot on primes, and with my Canon kit, I also shoot on primes. It would have been nice to have another body. So, you know, you have one lens on one body and the other lens on the other body. You can just like, you know, instead of having to change lenses all the time. Kind of.
Hey, since you have that out, and I think we're gonna wrap up because we have like 1 minute left.
Okay.
You can click now, right?
Sure.
This is your first click.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually.
I don't even have my.
I'm gonna use a Sony.
You can use a Sony? Okay, fine.
The Sony is.
And I'm gonna use a Canon.
Sony's my favorite. Oh.
There you go. And you have an EVF. I don't.
I'll do. You know what?
I'm gonna just.
Can you just do that?
No, I can't. That's what I'm
Can you
saying.
just do that?
So we have this here. So thank you, Ryan, for showing us your kit, and look forward to more videos with Ryan. And we'll see you back in Vancouver.
Cool.
All right. So thanks so much for watching, and happy shooting. Click. Click. Click.